Hey everybody, welcome to Too Late to Sleep on Trampionship Wrestling. I am the Tramp, and don't check your calendars. Yes, today is a Friday. Clash of Champions is coming up on Sunday with Bound for Glory and No Mercy on the following Sundays. And with WWE's increased pay-per-view schedule coming up, it was just not going to be too late to sleep for the next 3 weeks, and not nearly as often on the next few weeks. So we are no longer going to be on Sundays. We have moved to Friday. We're also going to be bringing back a little bit of the original Too Late to Sleep, where we focus more on the news of the week than just being a clip show. But that doesn't mean we're going to abandon clips. Let's look at this.
World Star! World Star! World Star!
Yes, during the commercial break on Raw, while the tag teams in the ring were brawling, Xavier Woods was that guy, filming everything on his cell phone and yelling, "World Star! World Star! World Star!" Can you believe that this is the guy who only got to form the New Day because WWE couldn't figure out what to do with him? Actually, if you've been watching the releases of certain talent over the past few years because creative didn't have anything for them, you probably can believe that. Now, some of the biggest speculation lately has been over TNA's future. Billy Corgan has said he wants to buy up 100% of the company by the time Bound for Glory takes place next Sunday, but there are other rumors that ROH's parent company, Sinclair Broadcasting, as well as the big dogs, WWE, are also interested in buying it up. Now, we don't really know what a Billy Corgan-led TNA is going to look like as far as how it would be different from what we have now, except he would probably be able to re-sign Jesse Sorensen. If Sinclair Broadcasting were to buy TNA, we don't really know what would change, except instead of being able to watch it at 8 o'clock on Pop on Thursdays, you can watch it 2:30 a.m. Sunday on your local My Network TV affiliate. If you want to know what WWE buying up all of TNA's top stars onto their roster would look like, just watch Wednesdays on the WWE Network. Perhaps the biggest news to come out of Raw this week is Seth Rollins' seeming face turn at the end of the show as he came to the aid of former Shield teammate Roman Reigns. People are now wondering, now that all three members of the Shield seem to be face, how quickly can WWE put them back together? Now, these are the same people, mind you, that were upset that WWE gave us the Shield triple threat at Battleground instead of waiting for SummerSlam. Just can't please them. Speaking of the Shield, on SmackDown, Dean Ambrose managed to pick up a clean victory over John Cena. While it wasn't as decisive a victory as AJ Styles at SummerSlam, it was a rare clean victory over WWE's top dog at a time when Dean needs to look able to regain the top belt from the man who took it from him. But let's be realistic, WWE would never put a belt on a popular star just to pop the crowd if they're just going to take it off of them at the first opportunity. How was that? TNA made news later in the week by announcing that they had signed Cody Rhodes, but they're not actually using his last name in any of the promotions, but that's okay. Everybody wants to see a show headlined by some guy named Cody. He wears a white polo shirt and tips 5%. It's Cody! Before we say adieu for the week, we're going to take a quick look at Clash of the Champions on Sunday. We've got a fuller card coming up than Backlash was with 8 matches announced. The kickoff show will have a rematch between Nia Jax and Alicia Fox, and if you are betting on Alicia Fox on that one, please see a neurologist as soon as possible. We've got 2 non-title matches on the main card. First, we've got Chris Jericho versus Sami Zayn. This one could go either way, as there are no real consequences to the match. I think Sami has more to gain from a victory, but neither one really has much to lose. Either one just stays at the same place in the card they are if they lose. I don't think anybody's going backwards, but I'm going to go with Sami on that one. Second, we've got match 7 in the series between Cesaro and Sheamus. It's for a future title opportunity, but we haven't been told what title, so we're kind of led to believe it might end up being the United States Championship. Sheamus title reigns have not really ended up as much lately, and Cesaro has not had a real shot at a singles title for a while, nothing that really felt solid. So I think that he's got the better opportunity coming out of this one. So I'm going to go with Cesaro because hunting for a belt from him is a much better storyline than Sheamus. The newest belt to show up on Raw, the Cruiserweight Championship, is up between TJ Perkins and challenger Brian Kendrick. I'm going to go with Kendrick on this one. Yes, it's true, Perkins has not yet competed on Raw. This would rob him of a chance to wrestle with the belt on Raw. But if you watch the Skype interview on the pre-show this past Monday, you're going to understand some of my concerns about him. I don't think that he is ready personality-wise, and I think that's my big concern with a lot of the cruiserweights on the show. fabulous wrestlers, but they just haven't really had a chance to develop that, and they're going to need to be spending a lot of time at the Performance Center before they're really ready. Kendrick does not have that problem, and I kind of see them building the future of the Cruiserweight division, at least in the near future, around chasing him for the belt that he steals from TJ Perkins. So he's going to be this undeserving heel that screwed over TJ. That's what I see happening there. The women's championship match between Charlotte, Sasha Banks, and Bayley, I think Charlotte's going to come out on top. I don't think that you take the belt from Sasha just to put it back on her so soon after doing the exact same thing with Charlotte. And I think the money with Bayley is in the chase, not with giving her the belt on the first opportunity. So that leaves Sasha as the only person that really kind of makes sense in my mind to have win that. The tag team championship match, I think Gallows and Anderson are finally going to take the belt from the New Day. I don't see them getting another title shot after this, and I just don't know what they would do if they didn't get the titles. I think them losing again would be a big mistake. It would push them further back in the card, and it would derail all their momentum, even worse than the Old Day segment did. So I think they're going to come out of this with the belts. U.S. Championship match, I think Roman wins it. Every other championship decision I have so far tonight is a heel winning or retaining the belt, and I think some face has to win. I think Roman, this would solidify him in the mid-card, high mid-card still, but mid-card. The only problem I have with that is I think the better story coming out of that is Rusev versus Cesaro for that United States Championship, and this kind of butts into that, but I could be wrong about that. Either way, I think we're going to see Roman Reigns winning the United States Championship, and perhaps Cesaro gets his shot at Kevin Owens with the Universal Championship. I think he comes out on head. I think he comes out on top. I think that I'm hoping that Triple H will get involved and will peel Seth Rollins away from the title scene. He's been there for long enough, and I think he needs something else to do. And I think if Triple H gets involved, maybe sets up a surrogate to kind of keep things going until Triple H is ready for his in-ring return, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, whatever that is. I think if he's got a surrogate to wrestle for him that Seth Rollins can face for a while, that's going to be a lot better for Rollins, and it's going to give Kevin Owens a chance to shine as the champion. Thank you everybody for joining us on the first Friday episode of Too Late to Sleep. We'll be here every Friday night from now on. As always, you can join us at the Wreddit Country Club at the link in the description below. I have been the Tramp. Cheers.